Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be looking at chapter 15 of the Mythical Man Month, which is called The Other Face, and starts with a great quote which says, "What we do not understand, we do not possess." It's also accompanied by an image of Stonehenge, which is captioned as the world's largest undocumented computer. So this chapter is about documentation and why it's important for software and what's so problematic about the absence of it. So let's jump in. The author offers the following 9 aspects that can be covered for the documentation to be complete and meaningfully usable by the widest range of end users. In order, they are purpose, environment, domain and range, functions realized and algorithms used, input-output formats, operating instructions, options, running time, and accuracy in checking. That was a lot to run through in a blur, so we'll give a closer look to each of them. The purpose of the program is half philosophical and half practical. It asks, why does the program exist and what does it do? Environment deals with the physical requirements of running the program. Domain and range pertain to valid input and output. Functions realized and algorithms used is self-explanatory, as is the next one of input-output formats. Next, operating instructions are what you expect to result from various cases of good or bad input. Options are the various choices users have in terms of how the program is acted on. Running time is a guide to how long operations of various sizes take. Finally, accuracy in checking deals with precision of responses to the various valid inputs. I think of these 9, not all of them are still required, as I'm recording this video in spring 2020, but many of them are, and it'll be up to you to decide which ones will be applicable to your own use cases. The next section is called To Believe a Program, which I think paints a program in an almost endearing light. The concept of believing a program, we might say, is that we feel confident that it is behaving as expected. This is achieved through writing tests that make sure of not only that things are functioning properly, but that errors are handled gracefully and raise diagnostic messages, since there are almost certainly going to be problems along the way that might cause the program to go haywire. Things like bad inputs or adverse environments, like a DDoS attack, and so on. Eventually, we believe a program as it's out in the world and serving its users, but as time goes on, the need to then modify it arises. This too requires documentation of a sort, since we want to ensure existing behavior is preserved and that the augmented behavior does both what is intended and does not interfere with what is already there. Once these 2 topics are addressed, then programmers can make changes more confidently, knowing that their work is likely to achieve the main goal without the cost of any progress that has already been done. The remainder of this chapter deals with what I believe are fairly outdated methods of documentation and thus won't be covered here. And so with that being said, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it thought-provoking, and I'll see you all in the next one.